This is a new Kemet Entertainment production.
3, 2.
Halla to the Kings, halla to the Queens, and everybody in between. I'm Radio Faheem, and I'm here with a living legend. Somebody who not just seen the rise and evolution of hip hop, but was in the mix, who had his hands and feet in the dough of the bread of what we call culture today. And in the middle of celebrating within its 50 years of hip hop, it's my pleasure, my great pleasure, to introduce this interview with Mikey D. Mikey D.
What up, y'all?
What's
Faheem,
up,
my brother. What up, baby? Thanks for inviting me, man. I'm happy. I'm
truly
excited.
A pleasure. Truly a pleasure that you're here. Truly a pleasure I could even do this. Like I told you already, my uncles would be rolling right now.
Yo, shout out to your uncle, man. Word up. That energy is still here. We feel you, bro.
Appreciate you, Goose. Shout out to my uncle. Just to get this interview started already, you have been in the midst of hip hop, not just being from Queens, New York, which a lot of legends come from. We have LL Cool J, we have Nas, you know what I mean? And we have the legendary FUBU, as far as brands, not even just music, but as far as brands.
Word up.
You know what I mean? So with being engrossed in that at that time period, what did that feel like? Like, can you just give us a little bit of a synopsis for those of us that wasn't there alive to feel that?
Well, it's like this, man. When hip hop started, you know, everybody knows it started in the Bronx. But we got a bridge called the Throg's Neck that kind of connects the Bronx to Queens. So when they was doing their thing out in the Bronx, you know,
just a little land bridge we're going over.
It traveled across that bridge and it popped up in Queens. And it's like, you know, they created it, we elevated it. There's no disrespect in that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? What I mean by we elevated it is we got Russell Simmons. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like the legends and all of that were in the Bronx, they got with. A lot of them got with like Sugar Hill Records and stuff like that, a Jersey-based label and stuff like that. But we got Russell Simmons lived in Queens and Halla, so he saw what the cats in the Bronx was doing. He saw it come across the bridge. He saw what we was doing, and he just took it to the next level with his brother Run, and they just kicked the doors down. And from that point on, man, Queens hip hop just been that, you know? Because I mean, we didn't come from the projects and all of that. A lot of cats from Queens, we did have two-parent homes and green grass and it was clean, you know. People.
My mother comes from, actually, I come from both dynamics. My father comes from Jamaica houses, the project side, but my mother comes from the houses side. Right. So, you know what I mean? Like the dichotomy literally a block away is a real difference.
You got all of that in Queens. So it's like, so the way we dressed, the way we walked, the way we talked, you could tell them cats is from Queens. You know what I mean? We might have been quiet, but what they say, Queens get the money. You know, we don't tell everything and we don't have to be loud. We just get the money, boom, boom. So I'm what you call I'm like a second generation MC, because the first generation, definitely Bronx, hands down. When he came over in the Queens, I was there to receive it.
Well, that air bug spread, you know what I mean? And then it didn't just become like over from one borough to the next. It encapsulated the world. And not even 50 years. 50 years is rather young for anything to grasp the whole world.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And for every single hood or every single culture, every single continent and city around the world has a hip hop. You know what I mean?
Something hip hop. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Somebody wants to dress like us. Somebody wants to dance like us. Somebody wants to rap like us. And it's all cool and everything. How do you feel, and I'm going to jump right into it because of that segue. How do you feel about the Jack Harlow situation? Do you know about that Jack Harlow situation?
Who's that?
Ooh, okay.
Don't tell me Chud the Builder. And
we're not even going there. But Jack Harlow is a white artist who does hip hop. Right. And he had in his latest album, he had people really talking about how in one of his interviews he said something along the lines of like he got blacker doing this album or something like that. Wow. How do you feel about white artists? First, I'm gonna split this up into two different questions because I don't want to convolute it because I have a very wide audience. All right. You know, I'm trying to tap into. So how do you feel about other cultures do in hip hop? When you see outside of the culture that built it, because you know Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and blacks in Harlem kind of came together to make hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and I know that's a whole nother thing on its own. But I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. So those are we're gonna put those as like the three of Harlem that made hip hop, right? So with that being said, whenever you have Indians like from India, you know what I mean? When you have Asian rappers, the Jap rap, K rap, you know, how do you feel about that?
Yo, I feel good about it. But first, what we have to do is we have to separate the culture from the genre.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The rap genre, I guess that's what homie meant by becoming more black. Because if he would have said that around the people in the culture, they got both eyes black.
No, it became a real big uproar. You know, it became a real big thing because.
Well, this is what I'm saying. As far as the rap genre has they took the one element of the hip hop culture, which is the MC culture. Mm-hmm. I mean, the MC is the MC of the hip hop culture, and they turned that one element into this rap genre, and they made a lot of money off of the rap genre. This is where a lot of different people from Japan, India, white, whatever, they see the money sign. They don't see the culture of hip hop. You feel me? So when they jump into that lane, I do get upset a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But let's say he's talking about he's trying to get his black card because he's learning the culture. He's becoming a part of the culture. The culture is from the heart and not the pocket.
Right.
Rap genre comes from the wallet, comes from the pocket.
Right.
Not from the heart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They sell their soul. The soul is sold. That's where they get the money from. Yeah. The soul of it is the culture. So, I feel sometimes I feel a little insulted when cats from the rap genre act certain ways, you know, or even companies that try to promote their product using hip hop, knowing damn well they don't represent the culture or they don't support the culture. Right. They just take to the rap genre. It's just a money thing. It's a commercialized situation. You know what I'm saying? Now, if these same companies that exploited the rap genre was to give back to the hip hop culture, I wouldn't have a problem with it. So there's a big separation.
Being a person, being an MC, being a legendary MC, being somebody who has been up and down in the industry. What ways do you believe, like some examples of those companies giving back to the culture? Like a lot of people always think, just bigger payouts for artists, you know what I mean? And that's one thing. But systematically, what do you think can be a change or something that can be made or added to the program already? Well,
honestly, right now, it's too late for that because the damage is already done.
Okay.
These labels, I'm one of the artists that basically wore the cross on his back and walked and sacrificed myself so these younger artists could get to where they are right now. I'm one of those guys that took the L's in the game. I signed these contracts and got robbed for my publishing, got robbed for my writer's royalties, all because I wasn't business savvy. It was all about, I'm representing the culture. I'm having fun with this. And they're just putting my music out there to a bigger audience, but I'm not looking at it as a business. I'm not looking at me as a brand. I'm looking at me as just having fun. So they took advantage of that, ran off with the dough. Now today, what's going on is a lot of companies are still stepping to hip hop culture, rap genre, and partnering up with the artists. And this is a barter system. I'll help you sell your product, you promote my stuff, and we break bread together. That's a barter system. And now, today...
That's what we call, what people know as being sponsored or affiliations. That's basically the basic barter system of your brand, your attention for producing, for engaging with our brand.
Exactly.
Engaging your audience.
So right now, it's up to the artist to cut the label out. You feel me? Because everything right now, you could do it yourself. Independent is the route. If a label wants to rock out with you, go ahead, let them buy into your brand.
Right.
But one thing, do not take in advance, because these labels got a habit of setting you up before you even win. You fail before you win. They give you $1 million deal.
Yeah. With interest.
But you going in debt. You know what I'm saying?
We heard from Danity Kane in particular. She was one of the artists that, not just with the Diddy trial stuff that came out, but like one of the artists that when it broke of these royalty checks that they were getting were like $10, 10 cents. You know what I mean? That was, and that came real back into light, because it was into light for a little bit and it faded out. But it came back into light with the writer's strike that was going on with Netflix. And but it brought back the conversation on royalties in general. You know?
Matter of fact, talking about them 9-cent checks, that's what we be getting from streaming platforms.
Oh, phew.
You know what I mean?
Let's jumping ahead a little bit. We're gonna circle back to streaming platforms. I even have something that I'm developing that I want to get your opinion on.
All right, let's.
But we're gonna circle back to that. You mentioned that independent is the way to go. And as an independent business owner, entrepreneur myself, automatically, like, I'm on the side of the artist. You know what I mean? Because that's what I built this brand on, based this brand on.
Exactly.
But I myself did not notice, even with just this podcast that I'm trying to run and stuff like that, how much work actually took into it when you're considering sound and you're considering other people's works, when you're considering how many people was into it. I got into managing an artist just by learning about industry stuff just randomly, and then going to my buddy and being like, yo, do you have this set up? Do you have split sheets? How many people are on this song, like producers, extra writers? How many? And he's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, bro, there's so much legal stuff behind it that for most artists, being independent to them is just making music on their laptop, getting a beat from somebody, and they're uploading it to, to a distribution platform.
And that's not independent.
That they can do. In a sense, it's not independent. In a sense, it's the most independent. You know what I mean? Because you're doing everything on your own, but you don't know what you don't know. And until you jump into the water, you never know how deep the ocean is from a pond.
That's facts.
You know?
But if you're uploading to stream, you're no longer independent.
No, right. But let's get beside that, because you're jumping a little bit ahead of that. We're gonna get to stream. We're gonna get to the streaming question.
This is Radio Faheem. I'm about to take this interview over.
We're gonna get into the streaming section.
I got you. Let's go.
As far as getting all the paperwork done, there's a lot of A&R stuff that needs to be done. And a lot of these artists just think, they can just upload their music to something or even have it on a website. People are looking at Laurelton.
Right.
But there's a lot of work that needs to be done.
It's a lot of work.
So what's some advice that you can give to these artists as staying independent but building a team that can handle different corners of that for them while they can focus on making their music, but still have knowledge of the inner workings? Because I don't believe anybody should be ignorant to what's going on.
Oh, that's a fact. First of all, you need somebody in your corner. You doing this all by yourself, or you got somebody that you can talk to and that got your back?
Well, me right now?
Yeah.
I'm just starting to get to build my team, but I've been doing this by myself for probably like the last 7-8 years.
Yeah, because see, I do things by myself, but I find it better when you have somebody that is like-minded. That's why me and Veg click so well. And
Shout out to Big Veg.
Big Veg is very business savvy. He's a remarkable human being. That's why I rock with him. But to older artists and newer artists in this day and time, you have all of the information in the palm of your hands. If you have a cell phone, you have the key to all of the knowledge that you need. If you need a contract written or read, use Claude. Claude could break it down for you.
Oh, I love it.
Right or wrong.
I love it.
So you got brothers that's from my era, right?
And I've seen you using it earlier. And as a young person that have seen, like, I was born in 1996. So, the last ass end of the millennials. you know, and I got to know the analog age, and that's how I know of Mikey D,
right,
and The Source, and you know, Jam Master Flash, and all that. Like my stepdad used to listen to y'all on cassette mixtapes, riding up and down the block, and you know, I grew up Muslim, but like you know how intricate the Nation of Islam and the culture was trying to be back in the day, so that it was what we call conscious rap now, but that was just hip hop at the time, you know. So as the person who is from that era, and I got to see other people say, "Oh, I'm not messing with the smartphones and stuff like that," but I got to see you just whooped it out and just started just messing around, and you're just messing around, and I'm just like, this is amazing to see as an older person that's so already adept to a technology that a lot of people are scared to jump into.
But see what it is with the technology. Cats my age are so stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
Cats my age always talk about bringing something back. We're gonna bring back the boom back. We're gonna bring back the turntable. We're gonna bring back this. Listen, it's not about reinventing the wheel. The wheel was already invented. They put the wheel on bicycles and motorcycles to move forward. So I'm riding that bike and I'm moving forward.
That's deep.
And if you don't get hip to this technology, you're gonna get left behind.
Yeah.
Now, me personally, I still love what I do. Like I'm pushing 60. I'll be 50.
No way.
Yo, I'll be 59.
No way you pushing 60 looking this fucking fresh.
Let me tell you, I'll be 59 in November.
I pray I age like you.
You will. You know why? Because you got a good spirit. And my sister, Roxanne Shante, always says, you are a reflection of how you treat people. So if you treat people good, my first impression of you is like you a good dude. So if you keep that energy, you're gonna age like fine wine, bro. But now what I was saying is with the technology.
Yes.
I've always been into it. Like I've always loved technology.
Okay.
I love to use technology.
Right.
But now, at my age, I'm learning how to really use it and implement it into what I do. So a lot of people say using this technology is cheating. No, it's not. I'm a legal gun owner.
Right.
In the legal gun owners language, we say that the pistol is an extension of your arm.
Right.
Right? I say AI is an extension of your brain. So it's like this. Everything. I'm not saying to eliminate the producer, right? What I am saying is I have more arguments with producers over what I want than the normal person. Because I know what I want. I know the beats that I want. And sometimes I get these beats or whatever that I have to force myself to write to. But now with this AI stuff, I learned how to prompt it to create the sounds that I want. And then I can recreate the track with a simple drum machine in my phone or whatever.
And I'm so glad you're talking about this. Continue.
So this is it's not cheating. It's just incorporating new technology into my old ways. It's almost like putting an engine on a dinosaur.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are scared to do it. I don't know why.
That's a ludicrous. Like visualizing it is ludicrous, but then from there you get Mecha Godzilla.
Exactly. So this is where we at. Technology is everything, and I encourage older artists to learn. Get a workflow. I got a nice workflow. Let me break down this workflow.
Man. Yeah. Okay. Come on. Let's go.
Now a lot of people know I've recently gotten into producing my own tracks. You know what I'm saying? I already have devices where I can record. I don't need a studio. I got a studio in my pocket.
In your pocket, You
know what I mean?
And that technology is
and
that
I make it
advanced
so dope. So here's my work. This is my workflow. Number one, ladies and gentlemen, I have an app. It's called Koala. Koala is a drum machine, okay? That you can put on your phone. You can upload sounds into it and generate these tracks. But what I do first is I use ChatGPT, but we'll get to that because I use Chat GPT so much that Chat GPT understands what I want and it knows me really well.
Yeah.
Suno is another AI app. Chat GPT and Suno basically are related, so they understand each other.
Yeah.
So because Chat GPT knows me and it knows Suno, I tell Chat GPT exactly what I want. Chat GPT writes out the prompt for me. I copy and paste the prompt into Suno, and then Suno throws back the exact sounds that I want. Now, because I have a subscription with Suno, that means these sounds I can extract the stems and I own the music because I'm not making it sound like anybody else's and I'm not using samples. So I extract those stems and I stem them out myself in the Koala and I make my beats like that. And then I use all of the other technology to bring out that loud boom. The only person that heard the beats that I'm working on right now is Big Veg. But it's so easy. That's my workflow. AI incorporated with fossils.
Right. So you bring up a very good point, right? Because I myself, I'm always a proponent of technology, born in the age, seen the rise of social media and internet from using MySpace, not when I was supposed to at 12 years old, onward, you know what I mean? But I am in this crossroads with AI myself because of Suno and the AI artists that are coming out, you know what I mean? So when do you draw the line for using AI with creative works versus, you know, using it as a complete overall cover for everything?
I'm the artist. I don't need AI to be the artist. I don't need ChatGPT or any of these other things to write for me. That's like hiring a ghostwriter. I don't need that. As far as that, and then even having Suno create songs with somebody else rapping on it, and you say this is a song. Nah, you're letting AI do all of the work. Now, if you let AI assist you, then it's not cheating. If it's assisting you.
Okay, what do you feel like? How do you feel about using a Suno versus using like going to a regular producer or a regular beat maker? You know what I mean? Like, do you still use beat makers and producers people that you link into that?
We can use them both because I know what I want. By me telling a human what I want, he's not going to understand what I want. Only I understand what I want because ChatGPT knows me so well.
Because it knows it's read your exact words basically from your mind, especially if you're speaking.
That's what I'm saying. So it knows what I want. And I know how to produce it now. You see what I'm saying? But because I can do that, remember I said I could stem them out. So I could send the sessions and the stems to that real producer. The same way I upload the sounds into my app, they can upload those sounds into their MP3s, into their, not MP3s, their MPCs and SP12s. They could do the same thing. They could retweak it and do the same thing as I'm doing. You just don't let the AI generate the whole thing and say it's yours. That's cap.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you're definitely a component of using AI, but not as a complete generation.
Not as a generation. Let it assist you and simplify the process. You know, and a lot of producers say, I'm cheating. If you're using a drum machine, you're cheating too. That's just like telling me, because I took a picture with my telephone, I'm not a photographer. Well, you're taking a picture with your camera. You're not drawing the picture. So you're cheating too. So this is what I'm saying. People have to
evolution is not cheating. If you're using it correctly too.
They got to get out of that comfort zone. Me, I learned how to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
And that's what keeps you young too.
Yeah, man.
Because forcefully enduring learning something new keeps your brain young. You your brain is like a hard drive. It has infinitely finite space. And what I mean by that is we don't know the capacity to our brain, but it does have a capacity. So that means there are sometimes things that get overridden or things that we do forget. And by you constantly engaging yourself with the latest technologies and learning this stuff new, and technology has a weird thing with our synapses in our brains, where it lightens our brains, unlike almost exactly like how music and art does. That's why music and technology have always kind of been hand in hand in one another.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
So it's really good that you even do that.
And yo, it's crazy that you say that because I just had this conversation with Big Veg on our way here.
Oh, wow.
And that's why it's a wonderful thing that I learned how to use this AI and produce the type of music that I know that I want, because music is a vibration.
Yes.
So certain instruments that I use in my music makes people feel a certain way. And I make sure it matches my attitude. So when I spit it, you can really relate to it. You can feel it because the music is triggering those wavelengths. You know what I'm saying? Those that frequency.
Right.
Music is a frequency, B. So yeah, man.
So we're gonna shift over the topic from this onto a little more music heavy now. As far as the music of today that you hear, you know what I mean? And I'm not talking about necessarily what's playing on the radio.
No, I get it. I get
already at a certain level.
Yeah.
I'm on the underground and independent level.
I don't even listen to the radio. Yeah.
I'm on the underground and independent level. On that level, are there any artists that you are listening to or coaching or that you want to give a shout out to or notarize, you know, because that's what this platform is all about. Finding new artists, X, Y, and Z, and doing the underground independent thing. But as well as, I want to know what a professional artist, MC, hip hop mogul, hip hop legends view on things are. You know what I mean? As far as today.
See, here's my thing, and this is
what do you look for?
This is the exact reason Big Veg and myself created Pass the Torch, because we both feel that everybody deserves a shot. It's not about what's trending. It's not about the age. It's not about the look. It's about the confidence that you have in yourself. And you know, you got gatekeepers that keep cats out, this, that, and the other, or whatever. So me personally, I don't compare artists. I don't compare them. I think I don't have a top 5. I respect everybody for well, I do have a top 5.
I ain't gonna lie, I have a top 5. I have a top 50.
No. I have a top 5, but my top 5 is a biased top 5. It hasn't changed in over 40 years.
I can imagine.
It hasn't changed in over 40 years.
Some of them top 5s done passed, and you're not gonna
But my top 5 is still alive.
Oh, really?
And I base my top 5 off of influence and motivation that they had on me.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie. Give us just quickly, flash it through. What's Mikey D's top 5?
Grandmaster Caz, because I heard him and I started rapping.
Okay.
Kool D. Because I heard him battle and I started battling.
Okay.
Now we're gonna go to the Clientele Brothers, which is Eddie OJ.
Okay.
Do your research.
I gotta do my research.
Eddie OJ became my mentor when I was very young. The Clientele Brothers is the illest in Queens.
Okay.
Eddie OJ and Will Seville.
Yeah, I know Will Seville.
And then those are 4. And then my other one is LL Cool J.
Shout out to
That's because these guys influenced what I do right now. And they still have that type of power on me right now. You feel me? So that's why it's a biased top 5. As far as what I listen to now, I listen to everybody. I couldn't tell you who's who because I listen to the music. I don't care who it's coming from. I just want to, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, and like I said, I don't compare cats, man. Everybody is so used to comparing this one to this one, or this one sounds like this one. Why can't you just give them their credit for their creativity? Let's stop judging them based off of somebody else's creativity. Judge that man on his, or woman, on their creativity alone. So that's how I listen. And I love what the younger artist is doing right now.
That's good to know.
I love it.
It's kind of hard to judge, especially in the age of like this, where like there's so much access to past stuff. You know what I mean? So when you hear something new or you hear a sample and you'll be like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, Chris Brown messed me up when he started doing it because he did it with Michael Jackson's Human Nature. And he has it so where when it comes on, it's almost exactly like Human Nature when it comes on. So what I'm about to get into my Michael and then there's Chris and I'm just like, I'm not mad at it, but
no, I get it.
You know, it gets that little bit of a feel sometimes.
Well, as long as he used it and not trying to claim it as his own.
No, sampling something different.
Yeah, but
he was talking about sampling.
No, but I'm talking about like the song itself was basically it's a Chris Brown song, but he's paying homage to Michael.
No, that's an ultimate homage song.
So then that's
when I say mess me up by because it started the landslide. It started the landslide of other artists to do it. Nicki Minaj came out with Anaconda. And then you have Cardi B doing some, and then you had a lot. You know what I mean? It came with a landslide, and not to sound like a millennial boomer, but you're fucking up my music.
You're
fucking up my music, son.
I get it.
Instead of y'all already made it. Y'all already famous. Y'all don't care about my opinion and what I gotta say. But I'm gonna let y'all know, as a hip hop lover, as a music lover of all genres, you're fucking up the music I grew up with, low key.
Yeah, yo, he really, I love it.
But
I didn't even know we could curse, but now
But also what's saying that we have artists that have been of your era that have been coming out of the woodwork. LL came out with what is it? Power or Surge?
Damn. The Force.
He came out with the Force, and then you have Method Man, who's been jumping back in the lane.
Always.
And well, he's always dipping in and out, but like lately, last couple of years, he's been jumping back heavy.
Redman still doing his
Nas
thing.
is kind of in the tech field, but he's been in the light.
He's still putting people out though, like mass appeal.
Right, but he's still in the hip hop space, is what I mean.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because hip hop raised him. But Nas is a perfect example of what hip hop culture can raise.
But this is now what I feel like is we have a bit of a clash, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about necessarily. It's like a weather clash. We got a hot front and a cold front coming in at the same time.
That's a dangerous storm.
Right. And the hot front that's coming in is y'all older artists. The older artists are coming in and you're coming back. And you're not just coming in and coming back with like your particular styles. You're also adapting to a current, kind of not a current sound, like blending, but you're like modernizing it, making it more palatable for a younger generation to kind of get to grasp a little bit as well. So when you are out here, and you recently have come out with some music and a project.
Yeah, I got the album out.
And what was your train of thinking when you decided to step back into the ring in that nature of being the forefront guy and not necessarily being a guy in the back seat anymore or behind the scenes?
Shit, I ain't never been in the back seat as long as I had my license, goddammit. Matter of fact, I ain't coming back nowhere. I ain't never leave this motherfucker.
Don't call it a comeback.
Fact of mundo. So basically the inspiration behind the last project that I just put out, Pop and Kim, was everybody keep on, like I said, everybody wants to reinvent the wheel or bring something back. Yeah. Right? So I was like 17 years old. Some people would say that's their prime, but I haven't even reached my prime yet. Right. But the 17-year-old energy, yo, won't you bring back how you used to, I can't do that. I can only give you the person that I am right now. I can give you that energy, but subject matter, I've moved
developed
on,
and
I'm not going to talk about the same stuff, but I could give you that same energy.
Right.
Title it Pop and Kim. Right. Get the classic producers like Dr. Butcher, C4, you know what I'm saying? Cats like that to produce stuff for me. What I wanted to do was inspire my peers. At the same time, educate the younger artists. Right. Because it was a reintroduction and an introduction at the same time.
That's why I said stepping back into the light, because you say you never left.
Nah,
You've never left. You've always been in the game. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of artists of your era that feel the same way.
Right.
As being and millennial and growing up with your music and then seeing what hip hop and R&B was in the late 90s, early 2000s, up until I say hip hop died in 08. That's another conversation.
Rap
died in 08.
Hip hop ain't going nowhere.
And because other genres got drowned out. Right. You know what I mean? And not even rap, trap in particular became the sound of the entire collective.
It's money grab.
And another thing, y'all kind of faded to being known as just that, legends. Pictures on the wall as far as somebody's album collection, or if I want to impress my friends on how much hip hop I know, I bring up Mikey D or something from. I even go as far back as like Kool and the Gang and how that formed when Kool Herc was mixing that to rap over at parties and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so,
Oh, you know.
I know my research, and again, raised in it, son. So when it's such a, I want to say about 20 years, you know what I mean, of a time length, of a jump, you have the older rappers coming back in, right? Hold on. You have the older rappers coming back in. You have the crew that's still with the trap. That's in this middle ground because they're still riding that mainstream wannabe with Gucci Gang wave.
Got it.
And then you have this undercurrent of heavy independent artists that are coming back with R&B, what we would label as conscious rap now. You know what I mean? Right. Or what they call now meme rap, which is what y'all would call funny rap. We're just doing like saying shit to be funny. Lil Dicky is an example of what we call meme rap. But it's just making rap to be funny. It has no point. Eminem's song Brain Damage, that would be an example of a meme rap. You know what I mean? Because it's not a particular point to make. We're just fucking just shooting the shit. You know what I mean? And it's hot that we're shooting the shit. So it's something like that. When there's 3 storms that are coming in at this point, you know what I mean? How do you view that? Like, how do you view yourself as well as the other artists? And you know, do you view yourself as competition? Do you think these other artists view you as competition? Are other artists are younger artists coming to you? Not even people that are new to the game, are younger artists like coming across your path, coming to you, actually taking your advice. Yeah, absolutely. Because that's another thing. Younger artists can be just as stubborn as older people.
But that's because the older artists are stubborn too.
Well, anybody can be stubborn when you think you're hot shit.
But respect works both ways.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't about the age. Respect is respect. Respect doesn't have an age limit, man. You might be younger than me, but I can still learn from you, and I got to respect you as a man first. You feel me? So respect works both ways. Just because I'm an older artist and some people might say legendary and you an artist on the come up doesn't mean I have the right to disrespect you.
Right.
As such, you feel me? So that's where I think the divide is, because a lot of the older artists, they hate on the younger artists for some reason. I don't know if it's because of money issues or whatever. That's why these older...
I feel like it's because, not even just because of the money issues, but I feel like, and I understand the sentiment to an extent, because sometimes even some of my favorite rappers get thrown into the, oh, that rapper's trash. And I'd be like, hold on now. Yo, you're doing a little too much. But there's a thing of when you feel like something that you love, you was raised on, like I said, you're fucking up my music, which a person of the younger generation, my homeboy might, one of my young homeboys might say, that's my song. What do you mean they're fucking up, music? No, that's the shit, but that's their song of their generation. You know what I mean? So in that conjunction, we can all be a little bit stubborn. So what advice would you not just give to like older people or older artists, but younger artists that are doing this?
Listen, the younger artists, they have been welcoming me in. They've been embracing what I do. They call me an OG.
Yes.
And I respect that, because they don't call me an OG because I'm an original gangster. They call me an OG because I offer guidance.
Yes.
That's an OG.
Yes.
I'm offering guidance.
A mentor.
I'm letting these artists know the mistakes that I made so they don't make the same mistakes. And at the same time, the most valuable piece of advice that I can give a younger artist is to remain yourself. Don't worry about what's trending. Don't worry about the wave. You have to be the ocean and create your own wave. And nobody can be you but you. And that's what kept me standing for over 40 years in the hip hop game. I've never changed. My subject matter is timeless. I don't write what's trending. I write what's in my heart and on my mind. I write from my heart and not my pocket. And that's why I'm still standing. A lot of the other artists from my era look at me as competition because they think if they open that door that I'm going to take their light.
Right.
Nah, you can keep that door shut because I'm going to be over here building my own house.
Right.
You feel me? So it is what it is.
I always say to people, like humans have 2 ears, right, to double listen, and we listen to a lot of music as a species. There's so many people around the world, and the fact that hip hop has reached the globe and back, Harlem, all the way around, trillion of times over.
That,
you know what I mean? We could
you
rap
keep
the
saying
world.
Harlem, the Bronx,
The Bronx,
the boogie
the
down
Bronx, the Bronx, the Bronx.
Harlem
give
is
to
there
the,
too, though.
Give it
Let's
to the
go.
Bronx.
Nah.
I say Harlem. It's the Bronx. I say Harlem because Harlem always and it's right there with the Bronx, and synonymous in the way of being the two standing places of hip hop. And for me, even now, Brooklyn is kicking. Brooklyn is popping. Queens is trying to do something. But Harlem will always give me once I cross 125th.
Did you hear the sneak this? Yo,
nah.
My man Radio Faheem said Queens is trying to do something. I don't like your attitude.
Listen, when I come to events in Queens, there's one, it's a bit spaced out still.
Right.
And the venue locations need to become a little more convenient for people to start traveling.
You see, we got the UBC, what is it? USB stadium there.
Yeah. So yeah, we get in there. That's why I said we get in there. But like Queens is so used to being spaced out.
I know. I gotta give them a hard time.
And I love Queens, like I said, but it's so spaced out as far as doing events.
That's facts.
You know what I mean?
That's facts.
And my first 5 years of getting into this, like trying to get to events or even trying to throw events, find spaces, trying to get people to come out to all the way to damn near Astoria sometimes.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean? It's a little hard. Because you have people coming from Brooklyn. That's just like, oh my God, Queens. But people from Queens don't mind going to Brooklyn. People from Queens we don't mind going to like around the world and back. You know what I mean? But it seems like and this is really, you say it's a diss on Queens, and I think it's not. I think it's really a diss on the other boroughs because they're lazy in a way. Because like you can't come out to Queens. You can't y'all hop on the bus any other time. You know what I mean? You can't hop on the J real quick and then just take one or two, like one bus or somewhere. But like that's a whole nother thing. But Harlem, when I cross 125th, it just gives the feel still.
Oh yeah, everything is popping in Harlem.
It still gives that feel.
I get
and New York has been coming back to that. But gentrification, society, this damn administration, a lot of stuff has morphed the feel of New York, and a lot of us natives say we don't feel like New York is New York anymore. Yeah, and I was talking to somebody the other night at an event that came from Illinois. Yeah. And it was like, New York is so great. As a person who is not just a New York native, but who has been around the world and has got to embrace other hoods around the world, what is it about New York that there's something that just won't die? What do you feel that is? I mean, being from New York, that it is what it is. I'm from Queens. I was born and raised in Queens all my life. Mm-hmm. So it's in me, point blank, period. No matter where I go on this planet, New York is in the house. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just an energy. I can't explain it. Other people can explain it. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Other people can explain it. I can't explain it because I am New York. Right. So it's just something you feel like you have to embody. Yeah. It's me. Like hip hop. I am hip hop. Yeah. People say, yo, you're a rapper. Oh, you're an MC. No, I'm hip hop. We're gonna start with over 50. Right? Yeah. And the reason why I want to start with that because I was talking about the older rappers coming back into the game and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like Jay-Z's 444 had something to do with that? By him not just being a rapper from that generation, but a continuous mainstream in the main light rapper that you basically not just grew and aged, but you got married to Beyonce with him. We kind of had the kids with him. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna believe it, but I don't follow. No, I'm pretty sure you don't. There's a lot of controversial stuff that has to do with that. No, I'm not talking about him. No, I'm talking about artists in general. Right. Like I don't follow their careers or their music for the simple fact that I'm still in creative mode. Right. And that's when you listen to somebody else or you got them constantly playing in your playlist, you subconsciously pick up on their cadence and your creativity. So like I said, I've never left my creative zone. So you just haven't been like really I don't tap into it like that. I know what's popping out there. I know what's going on. Right. But I don't keep it on repeat because I don't want to subconsciously sound like anybody. Okay. I got to tap into my own zone. I got to compete with the shit that I put out last. Right. Compete with yourself. That's what I do, man. Compete with yourself. That's what I do. So, I mean, I was a fan of Jay-Z
in the streets and all of that, when I would hear him rhyme, like, yeah, he's nice, you know what I mean? But I wouldn't go and play Reasonable Doubt over and over and over again. If it came on, I'd be like, yeah, that's fire. You know what I'm saying? But I won't keep it on repeat.
So, okay. So before we even, slightly before we get into over 50, when Mikey D's out, or if he goes to the club or goes out to an event or something like that, give me like 3 songs that like will come on and that get you in the mood, that get you jumping. I
listen to my stuff.
Give me 3 songs.
Man, listen. I would listen to Coming in the House. That's from the 80s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a classic.
I listen to that. I listen to I Get Rough.
Oh.
That's 87.
My stepdad used to bump that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Over. When I say bump that over, he popped the tape. Bumping that.
Oh man!
Like rewinding it to that one song.
So if I'm on my way to an event, I listen to me in my element.
Okay.
And then it puts me in that mindset, and this is me.
Okay.
You feel me? So like I can't listen to 50 and then go to an event because then I'm gonna be ready to G Unit.
You're right. And a lot of people would look at that, and a lot of people would be like, oh well, he's trash because he doesn't listen to other people and other artists and stuff like that. But when I was doing poetry, and I used to do poetry and poetry slams and stuff like that, and when I was doing that, I didn't read Maya Angelou. I wouldn't read too much of other poets in particular, black poets in particular, but I wouldn't read too much poetry outside of, like, I was doing this when I was in high school, outside of schooling, because I didn't want to taint myself and feel like I was taking from a Maya Angelou stanza or a cadence or something. So I understand
I listen and support, but I don't follow everything. Like I don't, like I respect it. I respect the craft. I respect everything. I'll listen to it. But I'm not going to keep it on repeat until I retire. When I retire, then I'll listen to everybody over and over and over again. But while I'm still creating, I got to stay in my zone. Should give you an example of some of my beats, boy.
Oh, well, we're about to listen to Over 50 right now.
Okay.
Again, like I said, thank you for being here.
Yeah, I got you covered,
like so
man.
surreal
I got you.
This is Over 50 by Mikey D.
Yeah. Yo, what up, yo? It's your man, Mikey D. Now, rumor on the street is they want that old me back, you heard? So I was up with Dr. Butcher, Herb Middleton, and Brolic, a.k.a. Rob Swift, man. It's about to get serious up in this piece, y'all, man. Let the Kool G Rap, they want that old me back. Butcher hit me with a track, cause he owed me that. Facts. We've been grinding out for years, putting pressure on these counts they was right behind the ears. Vision clear since I put away the beard, then I hit them in the ear with things they couldn't wait to hear. Yeah, this is grown man rap. You ain't looking at a lease, buddy, I own that. Credit score 800, these young rappers, they running. I'm high off of life, so I stay away from it. Got a rhyme and rebuttal for anything that they come with. My crime is in a huddle just in case they really want it. I'm fly as a bird, and I am the illest rapper I ever heard. Over 50 and I'm acting my age and still crushing these suckers like back in the days. Yeah.
Yo.
I'm glad I got a hold of you. You're the younger me. I'm the older you. I'm notable. Hitting you with consecutive quotables, a class act or fast tracks with fast gap. I laugh at that trash rap and that's that. Yeah, I put my life on it. If I was married, I would even put my wife on it. I'm certified on the beat, verified in the street, and any other guy is clarified when we meet. So hot, I'll add the fire to your pot, make it rise to the top. I'll even cook it in your spot. Better leave a man alone or get ran up out your home. Self-defense I condone when I'm standing on my own or sitting on my throne while I'm spitting off the dome. But ain't you too grown? Are you serious? Come on. Over 50 and I'm acting my age and still crushing these suckers like back in the days. Yeah.
Yo. So, yo, when you was making this, right? I know you was. It had to be. I want to even assume I put words in your mouth. When you was in the booth and you was making this, what was going through your mind? Not even like in the writing process, but when you was just in the booth at that moment. I'm pretty sure you're focused on the music and you're focused on the lyrics, but like, what's the vibe that you have to bring to get that out of some music?
Let me tell you something, man. This guy right here, he don't be listening to what I said. You said in the booth. What booth?
No, you said you got your
Mr.
own
Technology man.
So you don't even have your own in-house studio? Like
my studio is
that
what we call the Isotope Spire. It's a small portable studio.
Oh.
So I use that. I got an M7 microphone that I connect to the Isotope Spire.
Huh.
The Spire comes with an app that's my
your DSP.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I use that to record. Now, the way that song right there came about, Dr. Butcher is my man from back in high school.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? I remember Dr. Butcher when he was Jazzy Drew. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that introduced him to LL Cool J and my man Royal Rich. And they made a crew called the Extravagant Three way back then.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, my uncle went to high school with y'all. Y'all probably know one of my uncles. Went by Bilal. I'm not sure. He still hangs out with LL every once in a while.
Yes.
Like he comes down.
So he family then.
Yeah.
He family, and
sure.
that name sounds mad familiar. So, me and Dr. Butcher reconnected because Dr. Butcher's been living in Texas for a while. I'm like, damn, where's my man? Blah, blah, blah. But anyway, we reached out to each other. He got back to me. And he sent me that track right there. That track reminded me of when we were young. Like
it gives an original hip hop, or what we would label classic hip hop now.
Exactly. So I'm like, yo, he's sending me this. I'm over 50 years old now. So
yeah,
that's what I mean by I could give you that 17-year-old energy.
That vibe,
coming
the energy,
from me right now.
Yeah.
And that's how that came about. And I did the lyrics. I did that in my office at work. You know what I'm saying? Because I get into
at your day job.
At my day job. You know, I got a nice office at the job. So after my work is done and I'm finished my paperwork, I got my studio set up in my office.
Yeah.
I got platinum records in my office to remind me and to keep me motivated.
Keep going.
Because the people at my job know me as Michael Deering. They don't really know how deep I'm rooted into hip hop.
Yeah, and that's a crazy testament thing that you even said. And I'm sorry to cut you off, but like that's such a crazy thing to me that Mikey D has to have a day job. You know what I mean? Because as Nas said it, if I ruled the world, if it had it my way, y'all would have there would have been a collective or a fund or some type, a retirement plan like KRS-One was saying for artists.
But here's the thing.
To do that.
There's a difference between has to have and wants to have.
Okay.
See, because I don't have to work if I don't want to. I'd rather work because I don't like what's going on over here.
Right.
Although I'm very creative and I'm still making my music, I don't like what goes on behind the scenes in the music industry.
So you're not going to deal.
So I'm not going to
not even deal with it.
No.
Right.
And I could make millions easily.
Right.
But why?
Right.
For what? I'm having fun. I'm loving life.
Right.
I love working. It's like I love
something
it.
to do.
I love it. And like a lot of people say, all right, they knew that me and LL Cool J rocked together.
Yeah.
And they always ask me, why you not where he is? Because he's where he dreamt he would be. Me and him didn't have the same dreams. I didn't want to be there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I didn't want all of that.
Right.
I love my privacy. I love being able to go out with my family.
Right.
I love being competitive and creative.
Right.
But I don't have to be in front of this all the time.
Yeah.
I want to live my life as a regular person. And I also want younger artists to understand that, listen, you're going to have to support yourself for one day. And one day in time, you're going to have to support yourself, bro.
Yes.
And this music might not be the path that's going to support you. So get ready to get a job, but don't feel discouraged to get a job. Use your job, especially if you're living with moms and you ain't paying no rent, get a job and invest in yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So definitely.
That's what it is. So I work because I want to work. And I love to work. And I'm humble enough to work and be proud of it.
Right.
You know? That's what it is. I remember when I was younger, when I was a younger artist, I was like, I ain't getting no job.
No 9 to 5.
But then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I write some of my best rhymes at work. And now, because I use that same mentality in my older age at my job, now that I got my own office and technology, simplified
whenever something strikes,
studio, and it's smaller, I don't have to have the big shit in my office. I could go right in my drawer and pull my studio out and record at nighttime, turn the lights off.
Man, I
love it.
I thought I was a one-man walking mobile thing. You got a whole studio in your bottom
Big Veg
drawer.
can tell you. Big Veg can tell you. I got a setup. But we just landed a new deal with another setup. It's called High Song. It's an all-in-one microphone. I can podcast with my microphone. It also turns into an interface.
Really?
I can record new records, and I can also plug it into a system and use it as a cordless mic live at a show.
Wow.
So all-in-one.
Crazy.
It's the High Song.
hot.
Y'all stay tuned for that.
Hot. That's hot.
But yeah. So, but over 50, yeah.
But yeah.
Dr. Butcher, he sparked that.
Okay, because
As a matter of fact, that record right there that you just played sparked the whole Poppin' Kim project.
Okay, because that's what I was going to ask next. Was like, what? How did the project get started? Because of that song right there. It gave me that Poppin' Kim vibe when I was standing in front of the store with a 40-ounce of Old English, slapping DMC 5 and giving Buffy from Fat Boys a high five and Cool Rock, and you know what I'm saying? It put me back there. So I was like, yes, this is what I needed, because it sounded like me. It wasn't me trying to sound like what they sound like today. It was me sounding like me. But that's what I said by like y'all still have y'all sound and y'all flavor, and it sounds, the sound quality and stuff like that too, but like you can tell where there's a little bit of a modernization, a little bit that comes along with it. Right. And it's nice to hear that, because when I listen to my legendary playlist, you know what I mean? Right. Then I always go back and I'm just like, man, what are these artists doing now? What are some of them making now? You know what I mean? And to find out that y'all still making music, or even influencing some of the other artists that I listen to, I didn't even know that y'all are influencing, or also behind and pushing the power behind. You know, it's such a good feeling to know that as a hip hop lover. Oh, no doubt. They said Tupac said hip hop was dead, you know what I mean, ever since he said it or whatever, but like the revival of the culture has been extraordinary. And this whole thing that you have going on with Poppin' Kim and the technology that you're running behind it as well, and telling artists, letting people know the realities of getting into this, and not just like, you know, it's all going to be glitz and glamour. You know what I mean? Have a plan B. You know, stuff like that. Absolutely. Is there another single piece of advice that you would give somebody that's immediately getting into the game right now, into the entertainment?
Well, the only piece of advice I would give is, like I said before, just be yourself. Be yourself. Do your thing. If you got confidence in what you're doing, by all means, get it done. Do it. I support it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you think you're whack or whatever. Don't be discouraged, man. Nothing you do is whack if it's coming from your heart, man. It can never be whack.
I said this, the age of streaming let us know that. You know what I mean? Twitch, it's probably the greatest thing that could have happened. When you could go online and you can get paid for playing games. You can go online, you can get paid to react to other people playing games. You know what I mean? Man, you can get paid for basically doing anything. Just be you, have a personality, be authentic, like Mikey D said.
That's it. And that's another thing that I wish we had when I was younger, this social media, man. Because it's like you're so accessible to your audience now. Like some of the artists.
Because then you kind of get lost in the shuffle. Like I can't tell you how many other people that I followed on Instagram that I have to go tap on my Instagram followers, because I'm just that type of person. And I will scroll through the people I'm following, not that follow me, that I'm following, and be like, whose profile have I forgotten or I have to get back to and look at? But that's just because of the type of business I'm into. And I have to do that. But like, you end up getting lost in the shuffle. I think back then, because you didn't have that, because you had to go out and find people and really get in on the ground floor. A lot of artists are doing it nowadays too. We have some showcases and some open mics that the artists are getting they're hitting the mud, they're hitting the pavement with it like y'all used to.
No, they ain't doing it like us.
Not okay.
They ain't got no
flyers. Not like y'all.
They ain't got no flyers and
hold on. I still print out flyers, so some of us still
You the one that put them on them cars downstairs.
Hell yeah.
The ones that got your tickets on them.
Right under your ticket might be my business card.
All right. So that's you. All right. But see, you cut from that cloth, though.
I also believe in the combination of digital and guerrilla marketing.
I love it. This guy, man, this is my guy right here. Yo, Veg. This guy right here is on it.
So, what's saying that? What else does Mikey D got going on right now? You have your project that you latestly pushed out. Have out Pushing Kim.
Poppin' Kim,
Poppin'
baby.
Kim.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Poppin' Kim. But what else is Mikey D coming out like in the near future?
Man, listen, I'm writing books.
Ooh.
You know, like children's books. I did 2 of those.
Really?
You can find them on Kindle and all of that. Just type in Mikey D Deering.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Author. And, and the books will come up.
I'll have the links in the description and stuff like that.
I recently, like I said, I recently figured out a workflow to produce myself because I really know what I want. And now I can bring it to life.
Yeah.
And I don't have to credit somebody else and somebody else. Not that I want to. I've always, look, when I was coming up, I was my mother's only child. So I'm used to playing by myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm used to figuring it out. And I figured it out, man. I finally figured it out and I'm so happy right now. I found peace in the music. I found peace within AI and letting it help me.
Right.
I'm Big Veg could tell you, man. I am like, what? So right now, what I'm doing, we're doing Pass the Torch. We're working on a brand new. You're hearing it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The Pass the Torch podcast radio show. We're coming very, very, very soon.
You're hearing it here first.
Very soon. Pass the Torch. You know what I mean? So we got that going on. I'm getting ready to work on some brand new music. I'm working with K-Cut once again, Main Source. So we probably do a Main Source 2.0.
No way.
You know? Yeah. So,
I didn't even get a chance to get into that. I didn't even get a chance to even get into my Main Source questions. We'll do that another time. But that's crazy.
So with K-Cut, I just got him on board with this assistance from AI because K-Cut is ill with the MPC.
They don't even know.
They don't know.
Even know. If you haven't been listening to hip hop in the 80s and 90s genres, like if you that collective, you don't have a dedicated playlist, you don't know, and you're gonna know soon. You're gonna find out.
So here's the perfect example of how you incorporate this AI into your workflow. So see me, I'm not a producer. I'm not dope at all with physical drum machines. I got a drum machine in my phone, of course, because I'm a tech freak. But K-Cut is still nice with the actual hardware.
So that's skill.
Now
that
with K-Cut, because he's so ill with that, and
analog.
And he built the studio, a brand new studio.
Oh, okay.
I am nice with AI. So we don't have to create the beats. I can create the sounds that he wants. We no longer have to use samples and all of that because I could create a sound that is so close to what he wants, send him the stems, and then he puts it in the MP3, and then we get that real, simple as that, bro. So
the game is about. The game has already begun changing.
Yeah.
But the game's really about to change.
Oh, we're about to be ahead of the curve, baby.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
We're about to be ahead of the curve because
this
is what people need to see. I want my peers to be inspired.
Yes.
And I want the youth to just give us a little bit of respect, and maybe we can show y'all some things as well. You know what I mean?
I would love to hear like Mikey D with another feature with another.
I would love to do it.
Artist,
That's what Pass the Torch is all about. That's what Pass the Torch is all about.
I would love. I like that. I need that blend. I need the older generation and the younger artists that actually have the respect. Not even just these people that are trying to out here and just do it to get a bag, but there are artists out here that know of y'all and that know of the genre and that really cater to it and that's doing their own thing. I would love for y'all.
I would love to do it. And I fuck with the younger artists.
So you're open to working with?
I'm open, man. Listen, what? Man, I ain't too good for nobody.
You're hearing it here. Radio Faheem, New Kim Entertainment with Mikey D said he's open
New York,
to collaborate.
I fuck with you. That's it.
That's amazing to hear.
That's it. I'm dead ass too, man.
That's amazing to hear.
This ain't no clout chasing or none of that. This is respect. This is culture. This is what the culture is about. It's about collabing. I would rather collab than compare. You feel me? I'd rather collab than compare. I'm not trying to compete. I'm just trying to push and pull. Same time, we working together. That's how life is. You feel me? So that's what I'm about, man. It ain't no more competition.
Oh, we can all eat.
I compete with myself.
There's enough food at the feast for us all to eat.
That's right. So you could bring your plate, you could bring the dish, because I am the table.
Mikey D, let them know where they can find you. What's your socials?
Y'all can find me on Instagram, Mikey Destruction. I got 2 pages now because my big page got hacked and then I got it back. You know what I mean? I got 2 pages now and my second page started growing fast as hell. So I got 1.5 pages. That's what I'm calling it. Because it's like, you know what I mean? But I'm going to use them both. So Mikey Destruction on Instagram. I just got my YouTube channel is verified now, so I got the music note next to my name. On it? I'm big time, shit. But we're gonna have to get to the streaming platform that hooked me up with that, because you got a lot of some other Mikey D's music under my page, and he's whack.
Oh,
see, I usually don't complain,
and that's another thing, because they got people that's been using AI to copy artists and put their music on other things.
This is unacceptable, man.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have to do a real musical crackdown on the world.
Yeah, Factamundo, because look, I said I don't complain. I like to compliment everybody, but when your name is Mikey D and your shit is whack, you throwing dirt on my name.
That's completely stealing.
So that's you gotta go. But other than that, yeah, Mikey Destruction on YouTube. Follow us also on Instagram. Follow Big Veg on Instagram.
Shout out to Big Veg. Shout out to Pass the
Torch Media. Yes. We here. Pass the Torch TV, the whole 9.
Yes.
We're doing it all, baby. And get ready for them destruction beats, man.
I can't wait for whatever you got going on. I can't wait for the future of this whole genre, because we went through a little dip period where I didn't listen to music for like 15, 20 years as a young person. And I'm being called, oh, you're an old head as a young person. And I'm in high school and middle school. And so to be involved in this and to see this, to have this interview right now, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to the culture. And I'm pretty sure like anybody that's out there making music that's getting into it, or that thought that they couldn't continue their dreams because of life. You're a living testament.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
Fact.
I really appreciate that.
Man, I'm here, man. Anytime,
really
bro.
Real quick, Sharrock Day.
Oh, word.
Right, yes.
That's right. You said what I'm doing.
Sharrock Day.
Sharrock Day, y'all. Sharrock Day is June.
I'll be out there with City the Great.
Dope. That's my brother.
Oh,
City the Great. That's my brother. So Sharrock Day, to those that don't know, Sharrock is the first female MC of the hip hop culture.
The mother.
This is the first lady of the hip hop culture, Sharrock. All right? She has her own day. This is the 8th annual Sharrock Day. It's at Gun Hill Playground on Magenta Street in the Boogie Down Bronx. Saturday, June 6th from 2 to 7 p.m. Don't meet me there. You better beat me there. Because it's hosted by myself and the one and only Ra Digger. It's going to be all the way up. This is not only about the rap genre. This is all about the hip hop culture as we celebrate the first lady of the culture.
Oh man, this is going to be such an amazing.
It's going to be so.
Every year it's popping.
This is
every year.
Annual. This is the 8th annual.
Every year, I've been going probably the last 4 years, and I can't get within 2 blocks. That's how packed, stacked it is. The people that I meet there along the way, the blocks that are blocked off, and the neighborhood that comes out, the community. If you don't even get in there, just being in the vicinity of that.
Yes, you feel it.
Everything.
Feel it.
It's a whole celebration.
You can smell it.
He's lying to you. It doesn't start at 2 and end at 7. It starts the night before and it ends 2 days after, okay? Don't let this man lie to you.
Yo, that was good. That was good. All right, see, I ain't saying nothing. Yo, your attitude sucks.
Halla to the Kingz, halla to the Queens. I'm Radio Faheem, and everybody in between. I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. I'd like to give a shout out, special shout out to my team, my small team that I got behind this. Shout out to Big Veg and Pass the Torch. Shout out to Mikey D for coming out, Big Veg for making this possible. New Heat Studios for having the space and accessibility and just being dope people for making this all possible as well. All of this is Black owned, Black created, and Black ran.
Salute, brother.
Yo,
Love, man.
Appreciate you, man. This is dope. I really appreciate you.
We good. I appreciate you more. You job.
Yes, son.
You have just watched a